Why do men abuse their wives sexually?
How do you know that it is men who do it? I didn't say men.
Today, I have again my mother, Reverend Dr. Beatrice Tembi. So, Mama, in a marriage, even the Bible says the man's body is not his body, the wife's body is not her body. So, how does that fit in to this, sexual abuse?
That passage doesn't mean that you will force yourself on another person.
Okay.
Yes. If the Bible is saying that the wife's body is not her own.
Right.
So she should freely give the body to her husband that owns the body. And that she is the one freely giving it, not the husband forcefully taking it. And vice versa, the husband gives his body freely to his wife, not the wife forcefully taking. Unfortunately, that passage has been used many times to manipulate and threaten couples, the spouses, into sexual activities that the other person is not comfortable. Somebody says, no, this is painful, or this is discomforting, or this is my mind, I can't get into this, I don't want this, but now you use the passage, hey, your body is not your body, it's my body. That is sexual abuse.
I'm happy you're clarifying that. Now we know. I willingly give it, not you forcefully taking it.
That is it.
That makes sense.
Yes. Although the wife's body belongs to the husband and the husband's body belongs to the wife, there are some things that in people's minds, their mind is not proper. While others, maybe because of how they have been exposed to, situations in life, for others it's okay. So sexual abuse comes in, for example, the use of, let's say, pornography and other sex tools. Some people think that those things are okay, while the other partner may think that no, why this?
Exactly.
Yes. So if you insist on those things, and the other person is uncomfortable, the mind is disturbed, that's sexual abuse. Whether her body is hers or not, or his body is his, that's sexual abuse. There are things like that go on in marriage, and they cause a lot of problems. Of recent, one lady told me the husband was not where she was. They were in different nations. So the husband was demanding certain things. I don't know whether they called it, these days there are all kinds of things that the elderly ones we don't know much about. She was describing the things to me that the husband wanted her to be doing on phone and sending to him because he is far away from her. And it was just hearing that, it was disturbing to me, and it was so disturbing to her. But I had to actually go find out about that. I asked other people, other counselors my age, do things like this actually happen? And if something like this is happening, how okay is it? I had to do some research before giving her counseling. But if the husband insisted and kept insisting as he was doing, I consider that a kind of sex abuse, because he didn't take time to educate her and let them be on the same page. He was forcing her literally and threatening her. I am going to go out, I'm going to look for other women, the Bible says this, you are not submissive. All of that is sex abuse.
You never know a slight error you will make, and those images are going to go on social media. It is so risky.
It is, Annie.
It's so risky.
It's risky. But then, if those things are by mutual consent,
Absolutely.
yes, the abuse came in because one party was really traumatized by that. Yes. If it's by mutual consent, then it's no longer abuse. Right. If it's a wrong thing that two people are doing by mutual consent, then it's not abuse. Absolutely. It's just that you guys are doing a wrong thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that one you will settle it with, I don't know, maybe God but then if one person is not for it and the other one is insisting and threatening and using Bible passages and traumatizing the other person's mind, then it is abuse.
Exactly. So, Mama, why do men abuse their wives sexually?
How do you know that it is men who do it? I didn't say men.
But I don't know. It kind of like my mind is configured. It's only men who abuse people sexually.
Well, I read somewhere that 85% of the people who complain about sexual abuse is the woman. So
Exactly.
Anyway, I know of few couples is the man complaining that what the woman is wanting him to do, he doesn't think he can do that, and the woman is, quoting scriptures and threatening him. Anyway,
now that I know that abuse is both ways, why do people, go ahead to abuse their partners?
there are many reasons, Annie, but I think the first one is, I will not put them in order. I just want to say what comes to my mind.
Okay.
This issue of it's my right. If it's my right. It's my prerogative, it's my entitlement. I'm entitled to that. That causes some men, especially men, to think that it's their right. Why is the woman saying no? It's my right. I'm having what I'm supposed to have. And this reminds me of a case that happened some years back. A guy got married to a lady and in a village, and they did not plan for any honeymoon. No, don't think that everybody is here in the West where people go to honeymoon. And after that, they've had to spend the night in the living room, putting mattresses on the floor, and the whole place was full. And then this guy and the wife were in the bedroom, and the guy wanted to consummate the marriage in the bedroom. And it was not like a big house where everything is sealed up. There are some houses where I come from. So the girl said, no, this is not possible. My mother, my father, your sister, they're all in the living room. And, there will be a noise. And the guy was so angry. He thought the lady was disrespecting him, was not being submissive. So you are not being submissive to me. For him, it was a matter of exerting, and that's the second point, exerting his headship. I want to conquer this territory this night. You're my wife, and the lady could not consent, and the guy was so angry, and his marriage started. In fact, that was the day he lost his marriage, because after that he started using insultive words, and you're unsubmissive. What kind of woman is it? Because the lady was higher up in education? Is it because of this, because of that? And finally they had to break up,
separate.
So it's my right. And then some people are messed up in their minds. They think that is by have you heard of this phrase that says stolen water stays sweet?
So see, y'all see what I'm putting my mother through.
Stolen water tastes sweet.
Stolen water stays sweet. I've never heard. Have you guys heard?
Okay, no, but let's just forget about that one.
Okay.
But it's in the book of Proverbs. Yeah, it's just that the next verse is telling you the disadvantage of the stolen water. But truly it tastes sweet, but it's disadvantageous. So some people think that if they take it by force or by they find some pleasure also, and that's horrible. You need to go for a psychological checkup.
No doubt you said that they are mentally not okay.
Anger, revenge, and all of that can cause. And then at times, Annie, it's just ignorance. Ignorance is a big factor. You need to learn some things. Ignorance is a big factor.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned from it just as I did. And see you in my next video. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section. We're gonna read, and Mama is gonna answer your questions as best as she can. So thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Bye bye.
Bless.